shot, do this shot, one shot, last shot, do this shot, one shot, one shot.
All in my thing, all in my key profession. On the key possession, I'm OD aggressive when I run the route. See me flexing in the winner section. If they press, I'm bombing on them off the top. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot. Toss a bullet, hit you in the chest, and send a burner across your face from out the slot. Please don't touch them, I bring heat and brush it. Have my hitter brush you, move you out the spot. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot.
Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shots. Still out the college cheese as always. In today's video, we have a brand new team that we're using in Ole Miss, and I'm going to be showing you guys a brand new defense that I think is one of the best blitzes in the entire game. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. If you guys need more help, more money plays, you can download any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. I'm using Ole Miss, but these plays can also be found in my 335 Georgia defensive ebook, and I'll be facing off against my local team, the Penn State Nittany Lions, who have an identical rating in every category. Identical. I started this game out on offense, and one of the reasons I'm using Ole Miss is because I found the gun stack Y flex, which is an offense I used to use a lot in Madden, in this particular playbook, as well as a couple others, and this is one of the best versions. As the play, the drive H wheel might be my favorite play of all time, but I plan on breaking this down next week, so if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber. Other than that, on the very first play, I see he's only got 5 guys in the box, so I decide to switch over to my inside zone run play, but he must have had some sort of blitz because he knocks me back for a 1-yard loss before I decide to pass on the next play, not remembering that this has one of the most devastating pass rushes in the entire game in Abdul Carter.
Please don't hurt me!
As he pushes me back to 3rd and long in the first couple of plays, so I just put the X receiver here on a streak so that I can get the corner route open underneath, and if it wasn't for a short throw, I'd probably have been gone for a touchdown. But the beauty of this offense is you could also do this on the other side of the field with the tight end, so in the next play, I put the B receiver on a streak to do the exact same thing, and right before the play starts, it looks like he switches from a cover 3 to a cover 2, thinking that I'm attacking it the exact same way, but he should have stayed in that other defense, because this gets open right over the top of the cornerback as we get inside the red zone. But my favorite part about the drive H wheel is it's got an endless amount of checkdowns. As on this first play here, I hit the speed out route to the X receiver to get inside the 10 before I go to the running back, which is probably the #1 route on this entire play, to get inside the 5. And since I only need a yard, I call a hurry up on the next play, as I find that gives you a little bit of a blocking advantage if you run a hurry up and immediately call an inside zone like I do here, as we pick up the first down pretty easily. On the next play, we decide to run the ball again, but he gets a little bit antsy and jumps off sides.
Who the fuck is that guy?
So I hike the ball immediately just to get a free half a distance to the goal. And we're just running the tush push from here. The defense I'm going to show you guys once again today is my 3-3 mint, which is something that I've been using pretty much all year, but I rarely blitzed out of. So today I'm going to show you guys one of the best blitzes in the game, but it's not the meta blitz that everybody's using. As my favorite blitz in this entire package is going to be the Overload 3 press, which is something that I've put out in previous years in Madden, but I don't think I put out in College Football 25. As this is a cover 3 match, which is probably one of my favorite coverages to run other than maybe cover 6 match, but my favorite part about this is that it's also one of the easiest setups in the entire game. All you really have to do is spread the defensive line, which is D-pad to the left and up, and then bring this user middle linebacker down over the guard until these little check marks pop above your head, so that the offensive linemen prioritize you instead of the edge.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Now that I have him pushed back to 3rd and 15, I decided to make some coverage adjustments by hard flatting and then playing over the top to cloud flat, just so I override the matching principles, as that's one of the bigger issues when it comes to cover 3s. A lot of people know how to glitch this defense out, and he also does a good job of picking up the blitz with the running back as he gets the first down. Although in reality, I probably should have just played over the top, as this cover 3 match is a much better defense. So on the next play, I leave the matching principles out there, and you see how nothing really gets open, as my opponent has to scramble with the ball before eventually throwing it away to avoid another sack. Another benefit to this formation is the fact that it also has double bracket plays. So if you call this as your active play, when you come out, if you see that these two safeties here have no assignments, it means that it's a run play. This is a really helpful glitch that I went over in a previous video. So if you guys want to learn more about it, I have links on screen at the end of the video as well as popping up in the top right hand corner right now. But I don't necessarily recommend getting too reliant on this based on the fact that when it eventually gets patched, probably in College Football 26, it'll make it that much harder to read an offense as you'll become dependent on it. So this is going to give away of whether your opponent is running or passing. So in the next play, I just basically just try to switch over to a cover 6 before my opponent runs some sort of triple option.
How about no?
I don't have to use that trick on 3rd and 11 though, since I know my opponent is most likely going to pass. I just want to make sure that when I run this blitz, I always run the blitzing side opposite the running back. And this is for two different reasons. Number one, it's harder for the running back to pick up the blitz if it's coming from the other side. And number two, it also helps if my opponent actually runs the ball, as he'll run right into this. On the next play though, it looks like my opponent slides his protection because this defensive end on the other side comes in completely free.
We could go. Woo!
He decides to go for it on 4th and 11, and I have the blitz running on the wrong side, but that's okay because we make the exact same adjustments and we get the exact same results from the same defensive end. Back on offense, I use the exact same read I used on the first drive where I'm basically just doing a box count. And since he only has 5 in the box and I have 5 blockers, every time I see this, I'm going to switch over to my inside run, which on this particular play is the inside zone, which is not necessarily the best version of an inside run in this formation. As we try to run on the very next play and we get stuffed once again, just like we did earlier in the game, only getting 2 yards.
You are trash!
So when I get back to the huddle, I switch to the halfback quick base, as this at least has a pulling guard that acts like a lead blocker. And you'll notice on the next play when I make that exact same read that this guard does a much better job of creating a hole and we get our biggest run of the game. On the next play, I could run it again because he does have a light box, but I noticed based off of these two cornerbacks being so close to the stacked receivers that he's clearly running a man coverage. So I keep this play up because I know this sail route to the tight end destroys man coverage as we get down to the 1 yard line. And you know what we're doing from here. On the next play, since my opponent is down 2 touchdowns with under 2 minutes left to go in the half, I don't really need to use the double bracket glitch to know that he's most likely going to pass, as I only used the double bracket glitch once for people that are probably going to be haters in the comments. But at the end of the day, there's easier ways to read what your opponent's going to do, and things like the situation are always going to win out. On the next play though, I don't want to give up any big plays quick in a hurry to let this guy back into the game, so I hard flat because this is going to override the matching principles. It's one of the biggest issues with this play is that a lot of people know how to glitch it out with wheel routes and stuff like that. And if you watch the tight end on the very next play in Tyler Warren, he's going to run such a wheel route, which would have probably been gone for a very big play at the very least if I hadn't made this adjustment to override the matching principles, instead forcing him to take a check down over the middle. Now that I know that he's looking for that, I run a man coverage on the next play, and he doesn't even run a play like that, as I accidentally use a cornerback letting this receiver get wide open in the check down. On the next play, I decide to use a cover 3 buzz match, which is a little bit better when it comes to reading these slot fade routes, and that's exactly what he tries to run on the very next play, as he gets a poorly thrown ball. And we're going the other way with an interception, as my opponent's going to give up down 2 scores, ending the game mid-celebration. I'm going to end the video there, but if you guys want to see more plays from this defense, or if you want to see more about the double bracket glitch, I'll have that pop up on the screen now, so just click links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.